Yeah, what's up, kings and queens? We're back again, and as usual, we're going to the Miwa case just to see what sense can we make out of it. Now, before we do that, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Please comment. Let's connect. Now, it is apparent that this needed sufficient agreement by an analyst to come to a conclusion. It's somewhat objective, it's somewhat sagacious, as Ramosepiri put it. Going round in circle, that's the meaning of that word, sagacious. Going round in a roundabout. It doesn't bring you to the end. It appears that even Sero admitted that they didn't come to a final conclusion on how to like quantify it. They never were able to use statistics in ballistic SA at the point. Because what is apparent is you now have to rely on the objectivity and the experience of the analyst who's conducting the test at that moment. It basically means this guy has to decide based on the experience that he has, the work that he's done before, that okay, these tests are like this, so that means I have to take this route. So this is not really a definite science. It's not something that's definite that brings you to a definite answer. It's more like guesswork. Like, to put it simply, it's more like guesswork. Because Hamusapiri said that means an investigator can, an analyst can just decide and say, okay, since I've worked with this type of bullets before, a 9mm, and then I see they are looking like this, so that means these other bullets that I'm holding now, they could be also from a 9mm. So there could be a jump to conclusion or negative judgment, like judgment that is questionable. We now have to rely, like it is definitely now, we have to rely on the objectivity of the officer who could be biased. And we have to be aware that this test, this science, this bogus science has taken a lot of people to jail. A lot of people have been convicted based on the evidence of ballistic experts or analysts, as they call it. Now, Mangena, in fact, Mangena, it's apparent. It's apparent that he probably broke some protocols when he was called to the scene to attend that case, that scene, by Captain Bentley, or is it Colonel Bentley? Captain Bentley was not Mangena's commander at that moment. Mangena's commander, somebody who was supposed to give him those orders, was Colonel Mutepe, as Mr. Mgomezi put it. So Mangena didn't get the orders from his boss. He got the command from somewhere else, and he followed it. So, are you telling me that Mangena might have allocated himself a case, or might have just disobeyed his boss's command, or broke the rules by not listening to his commander, by taking orders from another commander? Now, it appears that these ranks are just there for the SAPS, because if Mangena can be able to do something like this, that means he has no regard for the rank above him. He decided, no, I'm being called there, I'm gonna go there. Nothing to the commander, his commander, no affidavit filed by his commander to acknowledge that this has happened. Or it might just come through, balloons. It might just materialize, that affidavit. Watch. Now, Gomez also wanted to know from Cyril, was he aware of the version of the 38 that was put forward by the witnesses from the house? And Cyril said he was not aware of that. Because now there are two versions. The investigating officer included it in his affidavit, where he was trying to get the search warrant and an arrest warrant, when he was applying to a judge, he used that, and then the people in the house testified about it in court, the 38 special, but the ballistic analyst, they don't have a clue about what the people said in the house. Isn't this funny? It's just like, I'm out of words, for a lack of better word. It's funny. Like, and you don't know what the people in the house are saying, but you decide, no, I'm investigating a 9mm, and I'm sure this is the gun that, but you don't know the versions of the people in the house. Now, before we go too much into this, it is clear now that this science is not make sure, like it's not definite. It's not a definite science. There's a lot of guesswork involved when it comes to coming to a final conclusion. But this is the science that has convicted a lot of people. Anyway, before I go, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you are in the loop. Oh yeah, before I go, here's another fact. Here's another interesting fact. Mangana, right, is supposed to, as Sarah was saying, is supposed to allow his colleagues to verify his work, right? Some protocols that they have there. This is supposed to be some quality check, some quality control method that they are applying in order to verify their work. But do you think this has happened in this instance? Mangana is the one who chose Cyril and whoever he chose to have them check their work. As Cyril admitted, I was requested by Mangana to come and check his work. So now, if you are able to select who checks your work, how far quality is that? Like how far impartial is that? Because you can just select your friend, your colleague at work, somebody who you know will be favorable to your decision. This is supposed to be some quality check, but they are not using independent ballistic experts or analysts from outside the SAPS. They are using them, the people who are working with them. So how is somebody who's working with you is going to critique your work in strong terms? Like, everything that they are doing there is it's backwards, because this is no quality check. Because if I choose my friend to come and check my work, I'm definitely sure this guy is going to go easy on me, because we're going to meet. And if I found out that he put some silly words in my work, reporting on my work, obviously we're going to talk about it. See, so I don't know why they believe this is some quality check. Cyril verifying Mangana, and Mangana choosing Cyril to come and verify. He's the one who chose it. He was not allocated by a boss or a commander to say, no, your work is going to be verified by this and this. He chose the people who are going to verify his work. So anyway, with those few words, let me just bounce. Please like and subscribe, comment, connect. Let's interact. Peace. We out. Hit that notification bell so that when we drop more content like this, you're with us. You're in the loop. Peace.
For you, as you have gone through all the test fires, you make a determination that TB4 and TB8 gives me the best possible marks where I can make a comparison with exhibit bullet, correct?
Usubhekileke wabona ukuthi uTB4 noTB8 zikunika ke impawu ezicece kahle ukuthi ungayiqhathanisa kahle. Kanjani?
Yeah, it was just a quick run through all the tests.
Ya ngagijima nje ekubukeni zonke lezi inhlamvu.
And eventually I decided to use TB4 and TB8 for thorough analysis.
Ngase ngikhetha ke ukuthi ngizosebenzisa uTB4 noTB8 ukuze ngenze ke ukuhlaziya okujulile.
Okay. When you say you made a quick run through all of them, then you preferred 4 and 8. What does that quick run entail? TB 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. What does that entail?
It was,
Ke kusho ukuthini ke ukuthi wagijima phezulu nje ukubukeni kwakho lezi inhlamvu. Kusho ukuthi wenzani?
it was just to familiarize myself with the general appearance of the marks
Angifuna nje ukubona nje ukuthi impawu zinjani kulezi inhlamvu.
and the system of rifling on the tests.
Nokuthi ke kwakusetshenziswa luphi uhlobo le-rifling kule test.
And at the time you were given this, the Colonel Mangena tell you that I have made an inclusion that is a positive match. Let's start there. Did he tell you that he made a positive match?
Bese wakutshela yini uKenan Mangena ukuthi ya khona ngabona ukuthi impela mangiqhathanisa khona umphelo omuhle ngiwutholile.
No, he did not tell me that.
Cha azange angitshele lokho.
Now you make your comparison focusing now on TB4 and 8.
Manje umsebenzi wakho ukuqhathanisa wawuqonde ngoku TB4 no TB8.
A thorough comparison, yes.
Yebo ngisho ukuthi uqhathanisa okujulile ngakwenza la.
Now, if I understood your evidence in chief yesterday, you started first by, and correct me if I'm wrong, with the methodology or the methods that you used, that you described yesterday, which are pattern matching and consecutive matching trials, CMS, right?
That is correct.
But when I izoluthe indlela osebenzise pattern matching ne consecutive can you give me the name of the second?
Consecutive matching striations,
Le kuthiwa consecutive matching strike.
right? And from the charts that you prepared, I'm not going to take you through all the charts. From the charts that you prepared, TB8, as I understand the charts, you use the line counting method, which is CMS, correct?
Kusho ukuthi lapha ku-TB8 wasebenzise indlela yokubala imigqa ekuthiwa CMS anginjalo.
Just to be very clear
Yes.
on the approach
Yeah.
or the methods
Yes.
that I followed. I followed the pattern matching method.
Yes.
Yes.
Ya indlela ke engayisebenzisa lapha ngisebenzisa i-pattern matching method.
With the pattern matching method, you are also able to identify both the striations and the impression marks.
Manje ke lapha ke ku-pattern matching method kusho ukuthi ke yila ukwazi ukubheka ukuthi kunemigqa yini and futhi kuneyigodi yini khona lapha.
As I've already indicated that the two methods are not
Mutually exclusive.
they are not mutually exclusive or they are not in opposition to each other.
Kulezi indlela zombili njengoba sengishilo azilwisani.
But the current situation is that we use pattern matching at Ballistics South Africa.
Kodwa ke njengoba ballistic South Africa indlela esiyisebenzisayo kakhulu ile pattern matching method.
But it will not be incorrect if one uses CMS because they both subscribe to the theory of identification.
Futhi ke kuzobe kungeyona iphuthu ukusebenzisa i-CMS ngoba nayo ke iyayisebenzisa ke indlela enhle yokuhlola.
And now and remember, on that aspect, I agree with you, that you can start by using pattern matching, and if you see the patterns and they are reproducible, you can even go to line counting, which is CMS. So I'm not faulting you on that aspect, and don't take it like I'm faulting you.
Cha angisho ukuthi ke ngiyakuphikisa ukuthi ungakwazi ukusebenzisa pattern matching kuyidlule le kulapha ku line counting ngaphansi kwe CMS.
And when we talk about pattern matching, remember, Lieutenant Colonel, I am asking you questions, but I'm learning from you as well. So some of the questions, take it, I'm a layperson when it comes to ballistics and comparisons and the like, right?
Njengoba ngibuza ke mbuzo hayi ngiyaqhubeka nami ngiyafunda khona icosha njengoba ngingena ubuchwepheshe we-ballistic.
Now, with regard to pattern matching, what we are essentially dealing with, and correct me if I'm wrong, we are dealing with the known non-match, correct? Or are we dealing with both known matches and known non-matches?
Manje lapha ke sisebenza ke ngempawu ezaziwayo ezifanayo noma impawu ezaziwayo ezingafani.
The concept of known non-match or known match, actually known non-match, is embodied in the theory of identification. It's not something that can be associated with a pattern match only or CMS. It comes from the theory of identification, where both people from CMS and pattern match subscribe to.
Manje uma sibheka lapha impawu ezaziwayo ukuthi azifani akusho ukuthi ke kukhona umehluko phakathi kwalaba abathanda i-pattern matching ne-CMS. Zombili lezi zisebenzisa indlela ezinhle zokuqhathanisa.
Now, for the sake of my understanding, I've gone through some literature, I've consulted with our expert, Mr. Peters. And this concept of known non-match still beats me. Can you thresh it out for me so that I understand and then maybe we can move on to other things?
Awungichazele ke nge-known.
And that is exactly my point. FT gives this second principle of theory of identification, yet sufficient agreement which they rely on as a standard that you reach to make a match, an agreement, is not defined. And they say in order for that, there must be a best agreement, the one that you've just quoted. And they also go and qualify with other words. But my point is this: the criticism that has been leveled with the second principle is they use the word that it's secular, it's circuitous. Circuitous meaning we are going round and round in circles. Have you read literature that says the same thing?
So kulezi incazelo lezi ezibekwa FTE ikhuluma nge-sufficient agreement okusho ukuthi ke isivumelwane esilingene, kodwa ke iyehlulekile ukuthi ichaze ukuthi yini ke lesi sivumelwane esilingene. Ikhuluma ngesivumelwane esingcono kunaso sonke, kodwa ke ekuchazeni kwabo balokhu bejikajika entweni eyodwa uma belokhu bechaza indaba zami kuyivesi.
What I can say is that FT has never given any statistical method. Currently, we don't use any statistics to demonstrate to demonstrate sufficiency